Viva Alfred Zorrici, viva! Amanda! Wetala! Wetala! Wirala! Wetala! Wirala! Alfred! I can hear it's only about the jail that can hear me when I say Alfred. Greetings to the leadership of the ANC, led by Commemoration. Greetings. There's a complaint. Greetings. Manja. High moral. High discipline. High moral. High discipline. Thank you very much, comrades. It's very important that we also greet the leadership of COSAS that is here. Great leadership of SASCO, the leadership of the YCL, SAMCO, Watita Mapasi, Watiti Morocco, the leadership of the Women's League, the leadership of the Tennis League, Kidumedise, the branch Tsamo Alfred Nzo Mbulise ama branch Walai Alfred Nzo, the most important people which are branches and members of the ANCYL. Today we're not only here to celebrate Youth Month, but we are here to make demands. We are not a youth league of celebrations. We are a youth league that makes demands because we are dispositioned from our own economic activities of our own country. We are here to make demands because as we honor the Secretary General of the ANC, who this region is named after, Secretary General Alfred Nzo, he once said, open quote, faced with this reality, the social base of our apartheid system is continue to disgrace our people. And our people have no option but to search for different ways to increase and fight on. That is a man that this region is named after, Comrade Alfred, who were also celebrating him when we were here. But I'm saying the reason we're here for demands, it is because it is clear that here in Alfred, the people here are not fully touched. The youth here, they are not fully touched. But the people are not fully touched because of high level of unemployment that is facing the youth here. When I look at your faces here, I see a lot of disgruntled and happy, unemployed young people who are in poverty. When I see your faces here, I see faces of poverty. And I'm here to say enough is enough. It can't be that 20 years later, the kids of African zone are still faced with poverty, even after we've defeated a system of apartheid that has pushed our people back from all economic activities of their own country. It can't be that over 30 years later, we have over 80% of unemployment in African zone. It can't be that every day the youth in African zone, they can't even do a simple thing of buying airtime to call their boyfriends and girlfriends because of anything. I always mention this point. Maunga pageli so zujole. Ujola jani unganamani. Waba ujolo imani. Ausa bereki ungasijole. Kama ni kujolo kichele. Now you are not only dispositioned from your own economic activities of your own country, but you are also taking away your dignity of being human beings, because you can't do other things that are done by other human beings because you have no ability, because you are unemployed, you are in poverty and dispositions. We are not a generation of cowards. We are not a generation of cowards. When we said pensioners must go, everyone was standing up on their knees fighting the ANC Youth League. But when the Women's League says they want over 60% to be women, no one is complaining. But when the Youth League speaks for the youth, they complain. When the Women's League speaks for women, they don't complain. But ourselves and the Women's League were united that we want women and young people to take over this country moving forward. The days of pensioners, I'll repeat it everywhere I go, they've ended with President Ramaphosa. President Ramaphosa is the last pensioner to leave South Africa. We'll never have another pensioner leaving this country. From here moving forward, we're not ageist. We're speaking the voice of the youth of this country. The youth is saying that they want a young leadership led by young people, led by women, to take the country forward, because they believe that women are caring and the youth are caring, and they're the only ones who always worry about the unemployment of the youth of African zone, the unemployment of the youth of the Eastern Cape. It is only the youth and women who will worry about women and the youth, because the youth and the women are the ones that are sidelined in the economic activities of this country. It is women who are in poverty, it is the youth who are in poverty. And the youth and women must unite to totally liberate us from us being dispositioned from our own economic activities of our own country. And we must never apologize for that. We will never apologize for fighting for what we are sent to stand for. Ourselves and the Women's League are united. And I know the Veterans League supports us because they understand we are not ageist. We are saying the Veterans League must play a role of guiding us from behind with their experiences and allow us to lead from the front. To guide, you don't have to be in the front. You can lead from the back and guide the youth and women to lead from the front. Ningavumi, Mati, Ningagama Kansela, next year, Land Mangani, or Nabo Mama. 2026 is the year of the youth and women. You can't make laws in this country and say when you are 65 years, you are a pensioner. But you yourself as a pensioner, you are making laws working. But you are saying other pensioners must not work. How do you make laws as a pensioner and say other pensioners must not work when yourself as a pensioner you are working? We are saying this year and next year and many other years, 2026 is a year when the youth of this country are going to defend the ANC to go back to power. When we are done defending the ANC to go back to power and reclaim ground where we lost ground, we are going to go further and make sure that all ward councillors, mayors, MMCs, MMs, directors, everybody, it's either you're a woman or you're a youth or you go home. We are not ages, we are taking responsibility. We are taking responsibility of our own future. We can no longer postpone this future. We told the African National Congress, we said we are not a complaining youth league, we are a youth league with solutions. We told them that if you make sure that a rich continent and a rich country like South Africa, with all the important minerals in the world, if you make sure that not more than 70% of our raw materials leave this country, they remain here to beneficiate of Ulama factory, who create imisebenzi, there will be no unemployment in South Africa because all those raw minerals will be utilized to open a factory that are closed to create employment and business opportunities for South Africans. Now I said that it is deliberate that the youth of this country are poor. How does a country with such rich minerals become poor and a country like Europe and America with no minerals is rich? How are we a face of poverty when God has blessed us with minerals to benefit us? Now I said to the ANC, we want export quotas to be introduced urgently. And we further said to them, the issue of the state bank is urgent. We said Post Bank must be immediately be supported to be a state bank. All the state entities of government must all bank with Post Bank. So a Post Bank can be able to fund black-owned businesses, be able to give loans to black people at a cheaper prices, because those big banks, the Capitals and them, they only take our money and give it to only white businesses. What kind of a developmental state are we who does not own a bank when majority are black South Africans? Now I say from tomorrow, to next week, to every day, Post Bank must be the one that is given and capacitated, utilizing PIC and many other state-owned entities to become a proper commercial bank in the interest of the black South Africans and all South Africans. Even today, we can't explain why we don't have our own bank in South Africa. Sikhathele i-era yegebengu. Any problem esinayo? Any problem esinayo?
They're saying it has to be straight.
Any problem esinayo? Enkulu. Abantu abazinyala ngekiwa ufuna ukhoza. Uzinyala ngantoni? Uzinyala uphetikiwa. Uyathunywa pha bayogada into zabantu. Mawufika pha uyathi. The biggest problem we're faced with, that is reversing the gains of the youth and democracy, is corruption. Corruption is the biggest enemy of our people. Mabati must build 100 houses. You build no house, you eat the money of the poor. You are reversing the gains of freedom. The ANC creates these opportunities Because the ANC understands that in the past, our black people in the majority were oppressed. And it's only a caring government of the ANC that must address the injustice of the past. Now, abanye abantu babona imali ye-government bacaba ukuthi imali yabo nama-families wabo bangene bafaka izandla emalini yabantu yomphakathi bayidle nama-families wabo, while the people of South Africa remain poor and they continue to become richer and richer every day. Kunabanye abantu esingakhulumi ngabo bathi aba-municipal managers abatshontshe ababantu batshontshe imali bangadeliver ama-services bese umphakathi uthi i-ANC, kanti lo muntu otshontshayo kahle umuntu oqashiwe ukuthi agade i-service delivery ancede amakhansela and everyone to implement their services. Bona babona ngathi amakhansela ngafundanga ngithi bathatha le mali bayayidla and no services are delivered to our people. At the end of the day, who's blamed is the African National Congress. Now the ANC is punished everywhere for crimes that the ANC has not done. That's why the ANC must stand up against corruption. Councillors, mayors, you must never agree to be captured by the people called municipal managers and want to control you with peanuts at the expense of your people. Don't be friends with municipal managers. Municipal managers must account to you. Don't be friends with them. Because the moment you become friends with them, it becomes a corrupt relationship. Enye into mesikhulume ngayo ile budgeting system in South Africa, where there must be service delivery, which is local government, there is small budget. Where there's nothing much to be done, there is more budget. Now we're saying as the NCU clique, a lot of money must go to local government, less money must go to provincial government and national government, because the core of service delivery is local government. Now we're saying the mali means maize apha izofaka amanzi, ezowakha indlela, ezowakha izindlu, yeke ukuhlala le treasury must come here to create opportunities for the youth and women. Every year money is taken back to treasury when there is such level of lack of services of our people. That's why we're saying we want to take over the country ourselves, because we know what we want to do with this country. Any problem is the illegal foreigners which have taken over our towns and our townships. Illegal foreigners, undocumented foreigners, they've taken over our towns and our townships. They are supplying drugs, they are supplying illegal goods, they've taken over tech shops, everything else is done by them in this country. We must stand up as the youth. There's no way that yourself, me and you, we can't run a workshop or a tech shop. Are we that lazy that we need someone from Somalia to come and sell us bread here in South Africa? All small local businesses must be set aside for only South Africans. No illegal foreigner must own a tech shop here in South Africa. And we're saying all undocumented foreigners are in this country illegal, and the law must take its course. We're saying to the police, to the military, to everyone, border control, we can't allow illegal foreigners to come in this country illegal. You will never live in Zimbabwe or Mozambique or Europe illegal. Why here in South Africa, everyone can move as they want illegally, when South Africans can't do that illegally anywhere else? We must protect our nation's security. Our nation's security is under threat because it's infiltrated by illegal foreigners. Every corner of this country, there's an illegal foreigner, whether he's operating a club or a tech shop or selling drugs. But this country cooperates. If we don't stand up, we're surrendering this country to illegal foreigners. And we're going to be known as a generation that has surrendered its country to illegal foreigners. We'll wake up one day, my kids and your kids have no country because all these illegal foreigners who have run away from their own countries will come back here in this country and collapse our country. Comrades, mandizapha unobhala weprovince uthe kumi ndingathethi nge-ICT. Uthi unobhala weprovince lento ye-technology ingathethi ngayo apha because you are still resolving i-problem yamanzi. Ngathi no nobhala, no one must be left behind. While you are dealing with water problems and unemployment problems, there is a problem that you must also resolve. It's a problem of access to information. Every South African has a right to access information. Whether rich or poor, you have a right to access. To say data must be free in South Africa because every young person must access information. Leya manzi important. Abekudala bayenza abacommunity league important. Mele bayisheshise leya manzi nabo-community phim. Mara akusho ukuthi lento ye-data mele iyekwe ne-access to information ngoba awekho amanzi. Enye into important, comrades, masengivala. We are not going to achieve all these programs of economic freedom now, not later, if the ANC is divided. The Youth League has a responsibility to unite the ANC. The ANC, from branch level to regional level to provincial level, it can no longer afford divisions. The ANC can no longer afford a leadership at the national level that will create another breakaway. Where we are, comrades, we need to put our small differences aside and unite the ANC. The ANC must be elected in most cases on consensus. The leadership of the ANC must spend most of their time discussing on how to resolve socio-economic problems of our people. The leadership of the ANC can no longer spend time dividing branches of the ANC to sing about them, giving them stolen money, sing about them every day at the expense of the organization. The ANC has suffered enough. Now the Youth League must not participate in the divisions of the ANC. The Youth League must participate in the uniting of the African National Congress. Because if the ANC continues to be divided, we are not going to inherit an organization. We are going to inherit a dead organization which we participated to kill. Ningavumi ukusebenziswa abantu. Makungana ama conference abazi endlini zenu, abazi ukuthi nidleni anidlanga. Makufika ama conference nale number ongayazi yakufonela. Because they want to use you to assist them to kill the ANC. Makudliwa nibizwa, makuvotwa niyabizwa. Makudliwa nibizwa, makuvotwa niyabizwa ukuvotela abantu abazobulala i-ANC. Now the Youth League must stand up and say, not in our name. We are going to produce a strong ANC which will defend and it must go back to the values and the principles of an ANC that people fought for, even when it was unfashionable. We can't be a generation that the ANC dies in its hands. Now I felt that I must tell these comrades that we must be the ambassadors of unity of the African National Congress. Thank you very much.